uh, we can move on to another section. Let me get there. So this is also something related to solving equations, but uh, here in this section, you can, I hope you can see the screen. You can see in this section we will be dealing with equations where the unknowns are in a fraction, right? These are fractional equations, right? So equations like this also come up a lot in physics, right? There are some really important sections where you'll have to deal with equations like this. Okay, this is a little bit complicated, but still um, just the same concept, same ideas, and you need some idea about simplifying fractions. So using those ideas, you can get through this easy, right? So a quick recap on fractions. You would have learned about this. So if you have to add two fractions, right? Let's say we have something like 3 by 5 plus 2 by 10. Let's say you're supposed to add these two fractions. The first thing you have to do is you should get the same denominator. Okay, you should have the same denominator in order to add fractions, right? So to make the denominator into something common, what we do is we find something called the LCM. Okay, we find something called the LCM, the least common multiple. Least common multiple, right? So least common multiple means now you multiply 10 by something and 5 by something, and you get to the same value, right? You get to the same value after multiplying 5 by a certain number, 10 by a certain number, right? So here it's very easy. If you multiply 10, if you just keep 10 as it is, like no need to do anything, just keep 10 as it is. And if you just multiply 5 by 2, you can come up with 10. So if you multiply the denominator by 2, you're supposed to multiply the numerator also by 2. Whatever you do to the denominator should be done to the numerator as well. So 2 into 5 is 10, and above that you have 6. So plus you have 2 over 10. So now the denominators are same, so we can easily add the numerators. 6 plus 2 gives you 8. It's 8 out of 10, right? So it's like that. So this is how we deal with fractions. So now let's get into this. So we have an equation where it says 1 divided by f. It's not f, just f equals. It's 1 over f equals 1 over 20 plus 1 over 30. So first step, you have to solve this fraction part. You have to simplify these fractions, right? So you have to add this. So as I told you, you need something called the LCM. So you can see, you can easily guess this. So if you multiply 30 by 2, you would get to 60. And if you multiply 20 by 3, again you'll get to 60. So whatever you do to the denominator, do it for the numerator. So now we'll end up with 1 into 3, 3 upon 60 plus 1 into 2, 2 upon 60. So you have 3 plus 2, 5 over 60. So it's 5 over 60. So 1 over f is equal to 5 over 60. So you can deal with this in two ways. One is I can just directly get the reciprocal. Reciprocal means the upside down version of this. So I take f up and put 1 down. That is what I call as the reciprocal. Okay. So I take f up and put 1 down. So it's f over 1 now. So if I do that in this side, into the left side, I have to do that in the right side also. So I have to take 60 up and put 5 down. So f by 1 is just f. So f equals to 60 divided by 5, which is 12. So f is 12. That's the answer. So f equals 12. Right? Or what you can do is we can simplify this fraction 5 over 60. That fraction can be simplified. Okay, so I have 1 over f equals 5 over 60. I can just simplify this fraction, right? So what I can do is I can divide 5 by 5. I'll get 1 as the answer. And I have to divide 60 also by the same thing. So I divide 60 by 5 and I get 12. I get 1 over 12. So 1 over f equals to 1 over 12. So you have to take the reciprocal. So f goes up, 1 comes down, and on the other side 12 goes up, 1 comes down. So you don't have to worry about the 1 dividing by 1. You get the same answer now. F is 12. Right? F by 1 is f. 12 by 1 is 12. Right? Okay. So the second question also deals with the same concept. So we can try that. We'll go to the third question. It's about focus shift, right? So you'll be learning all these equations in your curriculum, okay? So, right. So now we have 1 over 10 equals 1 over 15 plus 1 over v. So first thing you have to do is you'll have to isolate 1 over v, right? So you have to isolate 1 over v. So take 1 over 15 to the other side. So 1 over 10 minus 1 over 15. Okay. Now you can see 1 over 15 gets added with 1 over v. So if I take 1 over 15 to the other side, it gets subtracted from 1 over 10. So I have 1 over v on this side. Right, so 1 over 10 minus 1 over 15. I have to go with the same concept. I have to go with the same idea. That means I should have the same denominator when I subtract also. So you can see you have 15 and 10. So we can easily guess uh, the LCM or the common value that you have to reach. You can see 15. If you multiply it by 2, you get 30. You should do up the same thing up there. And if you take 10 also, you can multiply it by 3 and get to 30 easily. And you have to multiply the numerator also by 3. So it's 3 above 30 minus 2 above 30. It's 1 over v. 3 minus 2 is 1 over 30 equals 1 over v. So take the upside down version, if, or we can say the reciprocal. 30 by 1 is equal to v by 1. So we can say 30 equals to v, right? So that's how we get to the answer, right? So another thing, like once you're done with this, we can come into this fourth equation. You can see here, uh, we don't have to add or subtract any fraction here. Here it's a little bit different. You just have a certain expression on this side, certain fraction on this side. It's equal to another fraction in this side. So when you have a problem like this, what you do is you you have a technique called the cross multiplication. Okay, you have a technique called the cross multiplication. Let's see how it works. What you do is you take this x and you multiply it with 5 here. That means you take the denominator of this side and multiply it with the numerator of this side. And you take the denominator of this side and you multiply it with the numerator on the other side. So what happens? X plus 3 comes to this side. So 2 times x plus 3. And x comes to the other side. So it's x into 5, 5x. Right? So now what you have to do is you have to multiply. Now you have brackets, right? So you're supposed to multiply both the expressions inside the brackets by uh, 2. So 2x plus 2 into 3 is 6 equals to 5x. So now we have a simple equation. So take 2x to the other side so that you isolate x. So what happens? 2x goes to the other side. You have 6 here. So it's 5x minus 2x. So 6 equals to 3x. So divide both sides by 3. 2 equals to x, or x equals to 2, right? So the fifth question also could be done based on what we learned earlier. And sixth one, you can do it simply um, using cross multiplication. You take d to this side. So now we have 3 equals to 9d. And you divide both sides by 9. You get 3 by 9 equals to d. 3 by 9 means you divide 3 by 3, you get 1. You divide 9 by 3, you get 3. So d equals to 1/3. Okay. So we can do the seventh one in a similar manner, eighth question in the similar manner, right? So ninth question you can see, he also just cross multiply, right? So 10v equals to 10 goes to this side, so 10v equals to 30u. So u equals to 10, 10v equals to, they've given that u is 10. So put 10 here, 30 into 10. So v equals to 30 into 10, which is 300, should be divided by 10. 10v divided by 10, right? So v equals to 300 over 10. If you divide 300 by 10, you get 30, right? So we'll do one more question, the 11th one. So you can say 2 over s plus 1 over 3 equals to half. So you have to isolate s. So take 1/3 to the other side. 2 over s equals to half minus 1/3. Okay, that plus 1/3. When it goes to the other side, it becomes minus 1/3. So 2 over s equals to half. Can now here also you should have the LCM. So to get the LCM, you can easily multiply 2 by 3 and you will get 6. Also 3 by 2 and again you will get 6. So 3 minus 2, right? So 3 over 6 minus 2 over 6, which is 1 over 6. So 2 over s is equal to 1 over 6. So you get the reciprocal. So s by 2, you just take this up, bring it down. 6 goes up, 1 comes down. So 6 over 1. S by 2 equals to 6. Take 2 to the other side. So 6. You divide s by 2. So you take 2 to the other side, it gets multiplied. S equals 12. Right? So that's how you deal with equations like this. Right? Fractional equations. Okay. Right. Now, uh, let's go to another section. So these two sections, they deal with a few types of equations. So let's move to the next one. So next is also another type of equation, which would be simultaneous equation. Okay. So in several physics problems, we'll be dealing with simultaneous equations as well, right? You'd get two equations. You have no here in all these questions we had one unknown, right? There was just one unknown. But in those equations, you'll have more than one unknown. You'll have two unknowns. So we'll have to solve them in certain methods. There are certain methods to solve these equations. So you can use them and solve those equations and get the answers for the multiple unknowns that we have, right? So that's what we'll be doing next.